Picture it. Sicily, 1935.
If you think about it, his bodyguard or his assassins or his dudes, they suck in this movie. They can't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Like they don't kill Manicelli or what name is. They don't kill Roth. In the first movie, they kill everybody. Like they ain't no like they shoot them in plain daylight. Like
yeah, come on.
Had the same people that trained the Star Troopers.
Yeah,
like it's the same. It's the same people.
There's your Empire Strikes Back connection to the Godfather Part 2.
He told Claire, "Don't ever ask me about my business."
I love that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I think Roth told Fredo this. There's a farm that we take old retired Dons upstate, and that's where he's going to live out the rest of his days. Fredo believed it was an actual farm. That's true.
To the Chicago Cinephiles podcast. I am your co-host, Daniel. Joining with me, as always, is the Dom DeLuise, Steven, and the fantastic James. How we doing today?
How dare you? That's my body type, but how dare you? How dare you?
I was trying to say Don. I was trying to say Don, Steven, but I didn't know how to say it right, so I kind of butchered it.
Oh my!
You look nothing like him. I'm sorry, Steven.
That's it. Lie to me, bitch. Lie to me.
But you have his wealth. So you have his money.
Wealth. Well, a wealth.
Yeah, the wealth. No, sorry.
What duck do we have today, sir?
Oh, yeah, James. What's our duck? Oh, gangster duck.
Yeah. The duck's going to make an offer you can't refuse.
I'm Prison Mike. It looks like Prison Mike.
It does like Prison Mike.
Oh, I love that duck.
That's the closest one I could find.
That's great. Awesome. Well, welcome, everyone. This is the Chicago Cinephiles podcast, the podcast where we discuss former Oscar movies, winning movies, sorry. And should it have won, yes or no? We debate about it. And so we have a random wheel that picks it for us. And
this week we got a hot movie. I mean, just one of the worst.
We got Cimarron Part 2. Also known as The Godfather Part 2. Kidding, obviously. So we got The Godfather Part 2. And so what we're going to do is we're obviously going to talk about it, kind of discuss what was going on in pop culture during that time or just culture in general, and maybe that why it's affected why it won, kind of go over some things. We've already actually gone over this year before. I think it might have been with Superman we went over this year.
I believe so, yeah.
Because I was recognizing a lot of the same, like Patty Hearst kidnap, like who can forget that? But anyway, so we'll get in that. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. So this is The Godfather Part 2. Although, Stephen informed me that Godfather Part 1 was beat out by
Cabaret. Life is a cabaret. So, yeah. Yeah, that tells you what that musical is as good
Mr. Sondheim was kicking.
Oh, that wasn't Sondheim. That was Kendra Knapp.
Sorry.
Kendra Knapp.
I'm just proud that I know who that guy is still, Sondheim.
I'm training him well, people. Soon enough, he'll be singing Ethel Merman tunes in his own home. It'll be amazing.
Yep, you're getting close there. So this was released December 20th, 1974. Could you imagine, like, going to Christmas and seeing this movie? Like, God, that would be epic.
Isn't that the way? I mean, a lot of movies get released around the holidays. Like, let's
they
do
do, yeah.
Get the holiday. Hey, let's go.
Lord of the Rings because I remember Lord of the Rings got released during the Christmas because people are off usually or they're not working.
That's what it is. You're right.
So it's like a mini summer, kind of like like a mini.
And
summer
people
thing.
were waiting for this movie, bud.
I can imagine. I would love to go back and like just have a camera and just have people in line talking about it. I can only imagine just like
absolutely
the pulse and the just excitement. It's like gosh, now we stand in line for Pirates of the Caribbean 7. You know what I mean? Like what have we done with our life? Yes, I did that. But anyway, so the stars in the movie, a lot of them, so bear with me. We got Al Pacino as Michael Corleone, Robert Duvall as Tom Hagen, Diane Keaton as Kay Corleone, Robert De Niro as Vito Corleone, John, is it Cazal?
I think so.
I think so as Fredo, and then Lee Strasberg as Hyman Roth.
I mean, the actor's teacher of all time. He's really who brought the method, taught the method to every method actor that is now famous for it. I mean, he was the guy to see in the 50s. So to have him in this movie is such a get.
Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who's still alive. Because me and Steven looked him up the other day because I wasn't sure if he was still alive. He still is. 87.
Wow.
Piabo Bryson did not make it that far. He is last carpet ride, but Francis Ford Coppola is still kicking. It had a budget of 13 million and it only grossed 93, which is a lot. I'm not saying it's not. Consider the movie probably cost 25 cents to get in the door, but like 93 million, you expect I thought it was going to be like 300 million. Like I thought it was going to just blow it out of the water, but wow. I mean, it's still a good return on your investment, obviously. 11 nominations, winning 6, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Robert De Niro, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Dramatic Score, and Best Art Direction. A common theme is that with all of our other movies, it was selected in 1993 for preservation by the Library of Congress. And oddly enough, AFI has only ranked the 32nd best movie of all time, and that's with their updated list in 2007. Wow. I almost want to see if that was a typo, because I'm like, there's no way. And it's only American-based movies.
Wow.
So you can't even like say like there's no Seven Samurai, there's nothing like that. There's no, so it's just kind of interesting. Anyway, I definitely don't agree with that. But awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have Steven give us a summary of this. Will be challenging, Steven. This is a long movie. Give us a quick summary of the movie, and then we will dive into some of the fun facts, what was going on, and go from there. Steven, take it away.
Picture it, Sicily, 1935. No, we won't get into that. That's my life. The Godfather Part 2 bookends the first Godfather by telling 2 parallel stories of the Corleone family, both before and after the events of the first film. The first story follows Vito Corleone starting as a young boy at the turn of the last century in Sicily, dealing with the death of both his father and mother at the hands of Sicily's crime boss, and follows him as he escapes to New York City, where his fierce determination, intelligence, and ruthlessness form the basis of what will become the central crime empire in the United States, the Corleone crime family. The second story focuses on Vito's son, Michael Corleone, and his expansion of the Corleone family's illicit enterprises in the 1950s and early 60s, an expansion which brings with it increasingly more violent threats from rival mob families and government investigators, as well as betrayal from within the Corleone family itself. The Godfather II is a powerful, poignant look at both the creation of a national criminal empire, as well as how decades of violence, paranoia, duplicity can cause the implosion of that empire. Sophia.
That was fantastic. That's one of your best ones, Steven.
Bless your heart.
I'm not like I'm dead serious. That was fantastic. All right, so now we're going to discuss what was going on during that time period, during that year that may have affected the. Again, we've already gone over these before, but these are kind of fun just to redo them again. In February, Patty Hearst was kidnapped.
Save it, Patty Hearst.
Save it, Patty Hearst. In March, the People magazine launches.
Wow.
For all you sports fans, in April, Hank Aaron, who was a black guy, he's dead now, so this was the right term, ties Babe Ruth home run king record, who was a white guy, so that was a huge controversy. And then a few days later, he passed it. Also in April, Carrie is published, Stephen King's first novel. Not to be confused with the Europe's power ballad, Carrie. In April, Nixon orders the release of the Watergate tapes. In May, former VP Spiro Agnew disbarred for tax evasion. In June, Dr. Heimlich publishes his technique for rescue and choking victims. That, to me, is one of those coolest things ever. You don't think about why it's called Heimlich. I was like, well, it's because the doctor effect. That's really cool.
How many people have been saved by that? That's amazing.
Yeah, and how many people die before he figured it out? No, you're not holding your thumb right. It's got to be tucked in. It's like, okay.
Punch in the stomach. Again.
Okay, Heimlich. We get it. It's like June, a pack of gum becomes the first ever scanned item with UPC. That just kind of shows, we're not that far along. nowadays you go buy a laptop with from the iPad in the Apple store and you get pissed about it because you want a receipt. I want a receipt in a bag in a box. It's $1,000 purchase for me. But only 50 years ago we had our first gum being sold by UPC
The first time
barcode.
they scanned my card in an Apple store,
Uh,
okay, you're all set. And I went, well, that's freaking scary.
that made me no, trust me. When I got my laptop for college, it pissed me off. All I did was just swipe my card at the little
Oh,
uh iPad in the other hand. I was like, nope, you're
no.
taking me to the register and I'm getting a bag.
Well,
And
you're all
yes, I
set.
still have a CD drive there too. Thank you. Like,
I have a what is it? A floppy disk drive in here. Somewhere.
yeah. In August, Nixon announced that he will resign, and then also in August, Gerald Ford becomes president. For us movie fans, in October, Oscar Schindler dies.
Mm.
Also, for our sports fans, Muhammad Ali wins the Rumble in the Jungle versus George Foreman. Yes, folks, he was a boxer before he sold grills.
No.
Right? Yeah. I mean, Paul Wall said it in his rap song. He talks about it. He's in November, the Amityville murders occurred. That's kind of up James' alley with the horror theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then in November, the horror to Christians, Lucy fossils were discovered. I'm just playing. That's a joke. I can make that joke. I'm a Christian. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead.
Can you imagine 1974? Not only is Spiro Agnew disbarred for tax evasion, not only do you get the release of those tapes and you find out how crazy Nixon is, then he resigns, then he gets pardoned by Ford. I mean, the disenchantedness of American people with their political system must have been at the level it is now. I mean, that's just, I am not a crook. Yeah, actually you are. And we have the audio tapes to prove it. I mean, that's just amazing to me that all those things happened within a few months of each other.
Well, yeah, man,
But P.S. Spiro Agnew, if you have an anagram of those two words, it's grow a penis. Just say this. So I think that's very telling about Spiro Agnew. That's all I'm going to say.
Is that your drag queen name?
My drag queen is I own a trailer. That's what I call myself.
No, my favorite one I ever saw was when Trump lost the 20 election, and it was him dressed in drag, and it said, "I need a recount." Like Anita, like that was his drag name, Anita Recount. Sorry, y'all. We get so sidetracked. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. The Tim Company called every dress, Mr. Trump.
Gosh, on that, let's give me some fun facts. More fun than that. So, fellas, let's hear these fun facts.
Knock us off there, James. What you got?
Okay, I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but Francis Ford Coppola, having been fired nearly several times from the first film, was given a Mercedes. Yeah, he was almost like how Godfather got made is crazy. I can't wait to do a show on that one. But he was given a Mercedes-Benz 600 limousine from Paramount Pictures as a reward for the crazy success of The Godfather.
Yeah.
And an incentive to make the sequel. He agreed on several conditions, aka he made them offer they couldn't refuse. He would be sorry, I had to do that joke.
That's a good one.
That the sequel could be interconnected with the first film and with the intentions of later showing them together. And that he'd be allowed to direct his own script of the conversation in 1974, allowed to do a production from San Francisco Opera, and allowed to write the screenplay of The Great Gatsby of 1974.
Wow.
All prior to the production of the sequel and release of 1974.
And did you see that when after his first film, he said the only way he'd make a sequel is if it was Abbott and Costello beat The Godfather. He was not interested in making a sequel at all.
Yeah.
And they greenlit a sequel before the first movie was even distributed or premiered. They were ready for the sequel. So
but that happens nowadays. Like the first season, like Harry Potter, they're already filming the second season. The first season hadn't even come out yet.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Steven, give me some of your facts.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of apparently Al Pacino caused problems throughout the production. He demanded a massive salary and heavy script rewrites, and frequently complained to Ford Coppola because of the slow pace, yelling, "Serpico took 19 days." Why are we going on like this? He was very unhappy
Mm.
with it. James Caan agreed to do the reprise of his role in the little flashback at the end if he was paid the exact same amount he received from the entire previous film.
Shut up.
And they gave it to him. They gave it to him. And De Niro, or rather, um, what's his name? Oh gosh, I'm blanking on the big guy's name.
Marlon
Duvall.
Brando.
The hell, I've lost his name now. Marlon Brando was had agreed to be in the flashback, but didn't at the day before said no because he felt he wasn't treated properly by Paramount in the
Bro,
original
that's
film.
that's so on point with him. Just always looking for just something to,
You
yeah.
know, so a very very Brando move there anyway.
I want to say this. This is my two fun facts. Not really about the movie, but more about Mr. Coppola. I was telling Stephen about it. I used to work for Olive Garden, and James, did you know that Francis Ford Coppola has a winery that Olive Garden sells his wine?
Wow.
No.
It actually is pretty good. He sells red wine, and like that was such a selling point for me because I worked in a tourist town, and so you'd be like, oh, or you can get a bottle of Francis Ford Coppola's red wine, and people just lit
Ooh.
up. I mean, they like the dudes would be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want that. Also, what a crazy year for him. He produced The Godfather Part 2, and he also produced The Conversation, which both were nominated for Best Pictures that year.
Unbelievable. I mean,
That's
same
pretty
here on top of the
impressive.
world.
Talk about
Yeah.
we talk about
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Nolan having a run. This man had a run, and not in his pants.
Hey
Um,
ho! At Danny Aiello's line, Michael Corleone says hello, was ad libbed. And
what? Oh,
yeah,
it's
ad
so
libbed.
good.
And Ford Coppola loved it, asked him to do it again. And later on, Danny Aiello said he did not think about it beforehand. It just came out of his mouth, and he has no idea why he said it. Michael Corleone says
Well,
hello. Boom. So great.
so like when they're showing the olive business, so they rigged it so the door wouldn't open, and so they put a nail that was inserted into the lock. Coppola kept it a secret.
So funny.
Um, was played by for the actor Roberto, and his difficulty opening the door was real. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't opening during the thing, and Coppola wanted to see him act his way out of it using his Italian comedic improvising skills. And then when uh, Gico opens the door, Frank Sertip pulls the nail out and shows that. I think it's such a great scene. Like,
That's
Such a great
funny.
one.
That
yeah,
I did
I,
not know that, but that makes sense because it was a comedic scene. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah,
but
absolutely. Oh my
also it
goodness.
was asserting dominance too, and the fact that he like knocked on the door and they didn't open the door, and so they like looked at him, and then they finally got to let him in. It's like, are you gonna let this guy in?
And the other thing that I thought was interesting was that the whole miscarriage that Kay has. Well, that was in the script, but Talia Shire had the idea for Kay to have an abortion as the ultimate way to hurt Michael.
Mm.
Spoilers, whatever. But it was her idea, and that's the thing I hope we get to talk about. Talia Shire, man, she's amazing in this film. And all I really know of her, to my own detriment, is Rocky's wife, which she's brilliant in that. But what a complete
She's barely,
180.
yeah, but she's like barely in this film. I don't really think she should be.
Oh, I think she's very to me she's all through it because she just has such really vibrant scenes and they're all different. And then to play this mousy little girlfriend of Rocky in the Rocky movie where you're like who is this person? It really shows her range extremely well. I was quite impressed that there's this glamour post and you watch Rocky and go, that's the same woman, really? I mean,
Mhm.
just incredible work by Talia Shire. I think anyway.
All right, well, let's go ahead and dive into the episode for today, guys. So I believe Steven was the only one who had not seen this starting. Is that correct, James? You've
yep.
seen it or
I've seen it many
partially? Okay.
times.
James, Steven, let's start with you since I know typically, not stereotyping you, but I know these types of movies typically aren't your thing. So I'm curious to know what your initial thoughts were going into it. Were you dreading it? Hold off on what your final decision was, but kind of going into it, what was your thoughts?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily dreading it, but It's what in the plays when a bunch of straight guys get together and write a play and they all do it. It's usually a lot of violence, a lot of screwing, a lot of hitting women, and I just call it boy theater. And I'm just bored by it. You're just
Mm.
showing how little your penis is, quite frankly, because you have to do all this big stuff and be all, uber masculine, but it just bores the tits off me. So, I get upset about that. That's what I kind of thought this movie was going to be. So I watched the first one and I just put it on just sort of, and I was like, I couldn't stop watching the first one. And I was shocked at how, to not to talk about the first one, but how small a part that Brando has. Vito Corleone is not very much in that film, yet he's everywhere in that
And
film.
it's like he's the most memorable character in the whole movie.
And they didn't want him for that movie. Producers didn't want him. Studio
Yeah.
didn't want him. So crazy. But so I really kind of was like, oh, how is this other movie? How is this going to top this movie?
Steven, I feel like the happiness I got when you called me and said you were going to watch the first one, it would be the equivalent of like me watching the Tonys without you telling me to. Like I was so giddy, and like every time my phone would chime, I'm like, "Ooh, where's he at? What part is he at?" And then Mike, Steven would say, "Oh my God, this happened." I'm like, "Yeah, it gets better. Just wait." And then it's
like
like
buying the Barbra Streisand album. I'm so proud. Oh my God, little boy.
I got the vinyl I got the 45.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Damn it, with the perm or without the perm. Oh God. Oh yeah, it was because it sucks you in. It's very good. I don't know, in my opinion, if the second movie surpassed the first. I think it has but that ending, the last sequence of the first movie, good sweet Jesus. It just hits you. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
When you figure out what's going on.
Well, there's there's some contrast that I do want to talk about in the movies.
But I was really pulled into these movies, I would say. Both of them.
And then James, do you what was your thoughts going into it?
To watch an old friend again. Like I've seen this movie, I can't tell you how many times, and I was excited that we got to watch it. Now I get to talk about it.
I'm excited because now that I'm rewatching these movies that I've seen before, I'm watching them, and I don't want to say like an expert lens because I'm not, but I'm watching them in a podcaster lens where I try to think like, ooh, I've got to look for questions that we can ask the group. So let me look at some symbolisms here as opposed to just being like, it's a good movie, ain't it, Jimmy? That
Roadhouse, that's a damn good movie, right?
That Roadhouse, good boy. So it's like I've noticed myself like kind of diving deeper in these films, and I am thankful for that. Thankful for this podcast. Thankful for you guys. Absolutely. So let's go and jump right into it. Is this the greatest sequel of all time?
Well, now Electric Boogaloo 2. That's
I'm about to say Cimarron 2 or Hamlet 2 that guy's copyrighted 5 times. That James hates to this day.
Oh, really? Good.
No, Steven, when we did our list of like top 2000, the only one to get copyright claimed was Hamlet 2.
Because ain't nobody seen it, so they're going to try to get some money somehow.
Go ahead, James. Tell us your I feel like you probably could have got away with Studio Ghibli before Hamlet.
yeah, Hamlet 2 was just so crazy because normally you could just it's fine, but no, Hamlet 2 was like, nope.
Oh my goodness!
And you thought
I apologize. Hamlet 1, fine. Hamlet 2, we're gonna have
no, yeah, totally. Hamlet 1 was totally okay.
But when I'm trying to look at sequels, there's a couple of franchises that come to my mind. Where I think the second one is better. Daniel's going to fight me, but I think Two Towers is better than The Fellowship of the Ring. I think Dark Knight is better than Batman Begins.
Empire Strikes Back is better than Star Wars by far. And
then I was thinking, okay, Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 1. So, but then I was thinking, okay, so sequel, okay, third movie. If you look at third movies, some of those are kind of lacking. But Godfather 3 is such a letdown. Not because it's a bad movie, but because it's so disappointing after Godfather 1 and 2. If it was just its own movie, like a Don redemption tour, then it would have been a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it'd be around the mill,
So I would say Godfather 2 is probably one of the best sequels ever made.
I'm going to call you out. You forgot what most people say is the greatest sequel, Terminator 2.
Oh, wow. That will knock you for a loop right there.
And Rocky 2. and Indiana Jones Last Crusade.
Oh, that's the third one.
Oh, true, yeah.
It's the
What's the second one? Temple of Doom? Is that the second one?
It's the Temple of Doom. Yeah,
that was not as
they
good.
take his heart. They take his
that
heart.
was not as good. Yeah.
You call him Dr. Jones. You call him. It's a little weird.
No, but I think it comes down to which is better is either Empire Strikes Back, Two Towers, this movie, or what's the other one? Like Terminator 2. I mean, or Spider-Man 2. Like there's good ones. Even like Back to the Future 2 is not terrible in my opinion. Not on the same level, but
the shock of I am your father in Empire.
That's a good point.
Never, like sitting there going, what? I mean, you see the look on Luke, so you're like, what? And you're leaving the theater going, they're going to make us wait 3 years to answer
That's
this
a good
question?
point. I didn't think about that too. Yeah, it's
us out. Of course, my mother was like, she had no idea what was going on to the whole thing. But I remember that going, what? I mean, it just was a slap in the face. Now we all take it sort of for granted. But wow, when I saw that, it was like, no, you're not going to make me wait for this.
Yeah. So
this movie has a lot of that. You don't see a lot of the stuff coming, and boom.
I'm about to say, James, I'll agree with you. I'll vote for The Godfather Part 2, mainly because I think with Star Wars, when fantasy and Lord of the Rings, when fantasy gets involved, your imagination, I think, helps that along the way. Whereas this is real life stuff, and like Steven said, you're like, okay, like this guy's just going out on the balcony. Is he gonna die? And the first time he doesn't, the second time he does, or whatever, you're like, wait, he didn't die this time? And then the second time he does die, it's like, wait a minute.
I mean,
because it's like Steven texted me in the first one when the dude gets choked and he stabs his hand to keep his hand at the bar. I didn't see that coming.
Fall down. Like he's like, take the knife so he can fall on the floor.
You couldn't see that, like when he stabs him on the very beginning when he's swimming. Like you don't see that coming. It's just like you don't know what level of violence or whatever it's going to be until the movie starts, really.
And yet you know how much that so much of this is based on something that is very true, that has happened or has happened. Just, I mean, simply the whole Frank Sinatra character in the first movie. That's Frank. You can call him whatever the hell you want to. That's Frank.
Do you know how he responded to it?
He hated it. Hated it. And apparently was asked to be in this movie and had a little trouble with it. Or so he wanted to, I think he was going to play like the Roth or something.
I could see him being a good Roth character.
But boy, because that was, I mean, be a man. Let's have to set to Frank, be a man.
Or Steven, what's the best line in the first Godfather?
Well, leave the gun, take the cannoli.
That's such an Italian, like, I know stereotype, but it's hilarious. Anyway, Steven, do you agree?
Cannolis are hard to come by.
Right, a good cannoli, yeah. Do you think it's the best sequel, Steven?
I would say one of them. I put it in the top 5, definitely. But what else could be? We just watching Bond movies. You don't say For Russia with Love is better than Dr. No. Goldfinger.
Yeah, but I don't like
that. But
those movies are tough because like
there's some series of them.
Yeah, like I think like a trilogy is about and I think maybe it's about Terminator because I know there's Terminator 3. I think right. I don't know.
Notice what we're talking about. The second ones are always superior, and the third ones are always let down.
Except for Lord of the Rings.
Well, because because they get to throw a ring away at the end of that one, thank God.
Well, it's also like the book was written long enough. That's why I don't know for a fact, but my theory behind this is the Godfather book is probably only meant to be 2 movies realistically.
Or one, really.
Or one, exactly. Yeah. And they couldn't like that's what I told James about The Hobbit. That movie should only been 2 movies because it's a good book, but they shouldn't stretch it out into 3, and they did, and that's where it kind of killed it.
Can you imagine if it was Wicked 3 movies? Oh my God, we're waiting for another one. Oh God, Lord, kill me now.
Alrighty, so did you guys enjoy the dual stories that were told in this film?
Yeah, I did.
I like seeing, although it's funny because at the very beginning, I mainly only wanted to see Vito's life, but then once it switched over to Michael becoming like, the Don. I couldn't wait to get back to his story. I'm like, come on, get over, like, come on, Vito, like, do what you gotta do, like, get on, like, I want to see Michael, like.
I thought I'd figured out where the transitions came and went through, because for the first maybe half, there's always a child or him looking at his child, one of them looking at the son, and then it switches to the next story. And then at near the end, it sort of fell away from that. I thought that was a wonderful transition to make sure that the children were always the reason we're going back and forth. Because apparently there were a lot more cuts in back and forth in these stories, in the
Yeah.
initial edit, and editors just didn't like
Well,
it.
because
They
even
wanted
think at the
to
very end, whenever Kay comes to visit the kids
oh
and they're
wow.
in the hallway or whatever, and then like I do want to bring this up. So there's a really cool contrast. The end of the first movie, he shuts the
Mm,
door on her, shuts her out
yeah.
of his Godfather life.
And then
And then the second one, he shuts her completely out of her life, out of his life. That's symbolism. And I don't think I would have picked that up had I not been doing this podcast. You know what I mean? Like the first movie, he shuts her out on the Godfather side, but he still loves her.
oh
And
yeah.
then the second one, he cuts her out completely.
If your ex-husband is the mob boss of the United States and someone says he's about to come in, wouldn't you be on your out the door, running as fast as she's just like, say, I mean, honey,
Well, but I think the
honey.
difference is that she doesn't view him as that. She still views him as Michael,
Yeah, but
not as
she
the
won't learn
Don.
fast
She she gonna learn today.
when you get your fingers screwed to the table here. You'll
James, what did
find
you
out.
think? Did you like the dual stories, and did you have a preference on which one you like more?
I don't know. I like the dual stories. I like that kind of storytelling. Um, I don't know. Like I liked Michael because it's you just see his descent into madness,
Mm,
and then the other one is like kind of the opposite. So
mm,
it's like a good yin and yang where
Mhm.
like you could see person rising not as bloodthirsty, but like where he
yeah,
has more respect.
And what
Like
did
yeah,
I
she
because
miss
kind
like
of
from
like
the
seeing
first
the
movie?
difference.
You
yeah,
just
it's like
like
the
compound itself and go, wow, they ain't playing now. I mean, the guard posts and things around this new home of Michael's, as opposed to where Vito lived, that was a little more not exactly
right,
open, but
right.
not with people on towers and machine guns pointing down.
I think that was I and like I think we kind of sympathize more for Michael in the first one because yeah, he does kill the five family members, but we kind of get it. He needs to do that to establish himself. I'm not saying it's right, but and whereas this one, you don't like Michael, or at least I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Like you're just like ugh, like he's
Yeah.
like he to me he's just like the five families that you try to kill. Like he just turns into those guys because
Yeah.
Don Vito, which we'll get into later that was not him at all. And if it was, we didn't see it, obviously. I mean, we saw his life, but we didn't see the full life. But so how do you guys think that Don Vito's rise to power mimics Michael? And more specifically, think about the scenes where the other Dons are being assassinated. My example of this is that Michael kills all five of the families, and Don Vito does the same thing essentially because he hasn't wrapped a towel wrapped around. It's very similar to when the guy shoots him with the shotgun in the elevator. He hasn't wrapped in that like
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
present or whatever. What do you guys think about like the similarities in their like rise to power
Well,
or differences for that matter?
they're both like at their heart, revenge is a catalyst. Like that's basically both stories are why do they become to power? Why do they become bomb bosses? Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what it is. Him taking out the person that killed his family, and the other one kind of showing who he is, trying to become the boss of bosses and like that betrayal that was happened to him. Like
It's I think they're saying that because I never felt like young Vito. I felt like there was just this is who he is at his core. There's no real reasoning behind him. He easily moves into stealing dresses with his friend. He
Hmm.
easily says, "No, we're not paying that. No, we're not doing this." When everyone else is cowing, he something in him just says, "No, I can." And that boss. Okay, you could work for me. Like I guess senses or understands that this is someone with a lot of gravitas, and he just does these things with. It seems to be inside of him. Whereas Michael, left to go to college, left
Hmm.
college to go to fight a war, didn't really want this life,
Yeah,
and has
disowned, like
accepted it.
saying that's my father's business, not mine, Kay.
Yeah, yeah. And now he's pulled into it, and I don't know if he's good at it, but is it a part? Is it who he is at
Mm.
his core? You know. And they both do that wonderful thing. They don't raise their voice. They don't raise their voice, and that
No.
is power. And then when they do, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? I mean, because you don't have to be very loud.
Yeah.
And it's fright. Like when people are screaming at him, and Michael's just Okay. You're like, oh, he's got
Especially the scene in the second one where the senator is telling him off, and Michael is just like,
you guinea
"Here's
wops over here are gonna think
be
you're
like,
okay.
here's what's gonna happen," and then like later on we find out, yeah, because it's so funny is that like they obviously blackmail him by killing that prostitute or whatever, and then he ends up testifying for Italian Americans at the Senate, like at the Senate hearing.
This is some of
They
the
are
most
the finest, hard-working.
God-fearing people I've ever known.
I was
Other
like,
than that
that's
whore they
awesome.
killed in my bedroom, but other than
Oh,
that,
Yeah, besides her, no, it's
oh
funny.
my God.
So I want to focus more on Michael because I really think that he, honestly, I'm happy that he won Best Actor.
Yeah.
I think he deserved it. Like, okay, knowing what I knew that Fredo was, spoiler, that Fredo was the one that betrayed him. How
Mhm.
did you guys react? And maybe, Steven, I want to hear your, because you obviously first time watching it. How did you react knowing, or how did you react when Michael found out that it was his brother that betrayed him?
I'm a huge
And we're not talking
fan.
about the kiss scene. We're talking about whatever he realizes when Fredo slips up.
It makes your stomach just drop out of your body. I mean, it's just, and I see Fredo's reasoning behind it. I was passed up. I'm your boy Friday. I'm doing all this stuff. I should have been asked first. Of course, he knows in his heart I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I couldn't do this. But he still angers him. Yeah, and yet on the other side of the second or the third coin, your family. How dare you do this? You know, uh, and I'm taking care of you in so many different ways, and you're gonna do this. And he says, I didn't know there would be a hit on you or whatever. Yeah, he did, because somebody had to open the damn drapes, which was probably Fredo. So yeah, you did. You knew that, and I'm sure Michael knows that as well. So it's
Hmm.
it makes your stomach just drops out of your body. Oh, come on, really? Now for my own family, I'm getting attacked. So horrible.
James, what
Horrible.
about you? Since you've seen it a lot, what was your thoughts on it?
and it is kind of devastating. And like, you just see two brothers just, that's basically it. They were, you know, relatively like close. So, like, when you were talking about when he was going off to join the Marines or whatever, the brother was there and he was like, "What are you doing?" Like, trying to look out for you. Like,
Oh,
it's like you have him, and then you like when they're trying to flee Cuba, he was like, "Get in the plane,
yeah,
you
come on.
idiot! I'm the only way out of
Yeah,
this country
Yeah.
right now." And he was like, he just chooses to run because that breaks your heart.
we'll
Oh,
get in
yeah.
that's because I wanted to focus on. So my reaction, I hadn't really noticed it. Like like the acting is fantastic, and the fact that like he was like I know obviously he's an actor, but like the fact that he didn't even take his cigarette in his hand, he puts his hand over his face with the cigarette still in his hand, and
Mhm,
obviously it's a fake cigarette, but that to me shows he didn't
mhm,
even think about hit like hurting
mhm.
himself at that moment. He was so devastated and heartbroken
It broke my heart.
that he realized that Johnny did it. And so now we can get into the famous line, and it's just God, the way he does it, where he gives him the kiss of death. He basically gives him the Judas
Uh,
kiss.
you broke my heart.
And he says, I know it was you, Fredo. And the fact that he says, you broke my heart twice. And
You
the
broke my
second time
heart.
he shakes his head so hard,
Oh, yeah.
it's like that scene is fantastic.
Mm.
That right there, he deserved the Oscar right there just for that scene.
Yeah. But he didn't get it. You know,
He
he
didn't
didn't
get
win
best.
it.
He didn't get
No,
best actor.
he was beat out
Oh, that's right. He
by
was best supporting actor. Got it. Yeah,
Art
sorry.
Carney and Harry and Tonto. It's about a guy and a cat. Huh? I mean, Dustin Hoffman and Lenny, Albert Finney and Express, Jack Nicholson in Chinatown,
Yeah, I knew there was. This had a lot of big.
and Al Pacino in The
Even the
Godfather, and The
movie,
Godfather.
The Towering Inferno, it had Steve McQueen in it.
I mean, come on. And I mean, so
Like
many
they
great
had
movies
this
here.
this year had a lot of good like main
Wrapped
leading
up.
guys.
And a lot of really great films. I mean, really great films. I wouldn't say Towering
So
Inferno, but whatever.
Stephen
Allison,
kind of
Larry,
dabbled on this, but why do you guys think that Fredo betrayed Michael?
He wanted to break away and be his own man. Like, he wanted to do what Michael wanted to do because Michael rose to power. Michael became the Don. Michael originally wanted to be his own man, And so the brother, who doesn't really know what to do with his life,
Yeah.
takes what his brother's ambition is. He wanted to become his own man, his own thing, and
Yeah.
Roth preyed on it. Like Roth just
Mm-hmm.
was a little puppet master and just manipulated him.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he
Yeah.
knew he was going to kill his brother or not, that's besides the point. Like,
It's kind of similar to like Mo Green in the first movie where he goes to Vegas, and you kind of feel like, okay, maybe they can give him Vegas and let Fredo do his thing, and he still messes it up there too.
Oh yeah. Get the girls out of here. Get the girls out of here.
Don't ever go against me and the family in front of yeah. No, no, that's a good James. I totally agree. And Stephen, you made a good point. I initially didn't think that Fredo wanted him dead. I think he saw an opportunity to have like a side deal to where he could
Mm-hmm.
still be basically his cake and eat it too. But you make a
Mm-hmm.
good point where it's like, why? How else are you gonna take out Michael if you
No.
don't kill him? Now,
Yeah.
I also don't. But see, this also is like he would have known that Kay would have been in the room with him.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can't even say, like, oh, he didn't know Kay. It's like, no, it's his wife. Of course, he's.
She's what? She's gonna be in bed. For
And
God's sake.
like,
Yeah.
had they told people that like they were pregnant?
I
I don't
I
think so. Only
think
3.5 months. I don't
you're
think they
probably
maybe
right.
not
Yeah.
say anything. But like,
yeah.
if he did know that, which as a like, if my imaginary brother, I would hope they'd tell me right away they're having a kid. You know what I mean? Like, even if they haven't
Mm-hmm.
shared it with the world, they share it with their family. I feel like he would have had to have known, like you said, Steven. You bring up a good point. For a while there, I had some sympathy for Fredo, but I don't anymore. Now that you mentioned, like, if somebody's got to open the windows. What else are they gonna do? Like blow him a
And the
kiss?
jealousy is such an infesting thing in this person. I mean, he just, he's like he's been passed up and thought of as the idiot and the mess up, and for so long, and it just festers. And you get one
I mean,
person it's like all those little girls who were
You get the
never
one
told they're
person that
beautiful,
list,
and the
yeah.
really bad guy who says you're beautiful, and they can really mess him up. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because somebody actually believes in me and thinks I'm pretty. It's the same thing. Oh, you want to give me something to do and you want to praise me? I'm there. My family doesn't, so maybe I can help you and make some money. Which
okay.
God love him.
And I think Roth told Fredo this. There's a farm that we take old retired Dons upstate, and that's where he's going to live out the rest of his
Oh,
days.
so they can
Fredo
run
believed
and
it was an actual
play.
farm.
That's really great.
That's funny.
They have a lot of land, and oh god.
Um,
But
what do you
isn't
guys?
that wonderful how they keep creating false hope and I'm not going to be killed. And so many people. No, I wouldn't do this to my sister. I wouldn't take out her husband. And then if then and an hour later, 2 years, boom.
Or you think, or back to the first one when Sonny goes and beats up his brother-in-law for beating on her. And first off, you're like, what a dummy. Like, your brother-in-law is going to be the Don,
And you're
and
going to
you're
beat up
beating
this.
the daughter, like, of the current
Yeah.
Don. Like, and no, you're
Yeah.
right. And then it's like, he never gets it till the end, and then, like you said, like,
Mm.
you believe that, what's the guy's name? Monticelli or whatever his name is? The other, like,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, he didn't kill him the first, and then he does kill him, but not really. And then, he tries, it's like you said, and then I love the line whenever he tells the bodyguard, nothing happens to Fredo while my mom's still living.
Almost all that. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to me still showed a little bit of Michael that we like. That to me, that showed a little bit of his father,
Yeah. Very
you
much so.
know? So what do you guys think about Michael being in Cuba when Fidel took over? I mean, that this wasn't coincidence. Like, this is definitely someone giving their political, whether it's the author or whatever. Like, and how do you think it maybe affected his rule? More specifically, the scene where the guy chooses to blow himself up instead of go into prison.
That's an interesting point. I was looking for Desi Arnaz the whole time. I was wondering Ricky. I was looking for him.
So if you look at it, he's the only one. Michael's the only one that could think that the rebels could win.
And no one
Like,
else wants to talk about it. Even to bring it
yeah,
up.
like if you're, I don't run an international mafia family, but if you did,
But if I
you
did,
think you would make contingencies for, like, I don't know, a rebellion or a coup. But like when he saw that blowing up, I think that was a pivotal scene, and I
Hmm.
think it taught Michael about being ruthless and consolidating power,
Yep.
and it made him paranoid. Like, there's no tomorrow. because
When someone will
everyone
take
else
their own
did it.
life to make a goal, to take, you know what I mean? That's something has moved in a bad place when people are willing to blow themselves up. You know, something is
But
going to
like
change.
Michael was right, and that about something that no one somehow
Oh yeah,
foresaw. And like I think that is like, okay,
Yep.
my gut is always right. I need to trust it.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with it, and then I'm gonna focus internally and just basically clean up.
yeah,
I think it shifts his perspective because he talks about how this was an unpaid man gave his life.
yeah. Oh,
And
that's
so he
exactly right.
he has
Exactly
to
right.
like think about like all of his bodyguards. He's paying for them.
Yeah,
Like at what point do they just stop? Because if you think about it, his bodyguard or his assassins or his dudes, they suck in this movie.
yeah.
They can't kill
Right,
anybody.
I'll kill
Yeah.
Like they don't kill Manicelli where they is. They don't kill Roth. In the first movie, they kill everybody.
Oh
Like they
yeah.
ain't no like they shoot them in
Wah, wah,
plain
wah, wah. You're right.
daylight. Like
Yeah. Come on.
Had the same people that trained the Star Troopers.
yeah.
Like it's the same. It's the same people that
There's your
trained
Empire Strikes Back
them.
connection to the Godfather Part Two.
Of course, it's
They
It's
had the
all.
so funny.
same person
But no,
teaching
I
to
kept
shoot.
thinking, I'm like, brother doesn't have any like in the first
Mhm.
one, they took out all of his orders, no problem, his henchmen.
Oh
And
yeah.
maybe that's a sign of the times where all those good guys were killed by then, and he was having to rely on Fredo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he'd have Sonny anymore. He had to deal with Fredo. But I don't
Uh,
know. But yeah, I just thought that
So
was
hard to find good assassins these
it
days.
yeah,
really
yeah.
is.
So good help is so hard to find. Can you kill him and get to try
It's like, can we at least find someone named Marinara instead of
again?
Alfredo? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
sorry, I had to put that joke in there. Um, okay, do you
Is
guys?
there a
Uh,
Johnny Tiramisu over here? Come on.
yeah. At what point do you guys think Michael crossed the line? Or when was the pat? When was as my favorite Broadway show, the pass of or the point of no return? Where do you think that's from Phantom of the Opera?
Oh,
Past the point of no return, no future
well, it's funny
glances.
because I never got the sense that there was that. I just got the sense that he was doubling down, doubling down, doubling down. I mean, anything that was, it's sort of like a Trump thing to do. Oh, you're going to attack me? I'm going to hit you harder and faster next. I'm going to double down and double down and double down. And he just kept getting more ruthless, more aware, and more alone as things went on. I never got the sense that he was imploding, but
Okay.
really that he was just everything was becoming now more insular, but he was still that ruthless person. Does that make sense?
It
I
does,
never
yeah.
get the sense that it was that the whole thing was done, but it was close to being. It was one step away from all they'd worked for losing it all.
Okay.
That's what I kind of thought.
James, do you think he crossed the line, or do you think he's always it's always been there?
Okay, well, if we're looking at morally objectively, yes, he was always like that because he crossed the
Mhm.
line. Like you could
Yeah,
say, as soon as he became part of his dad's business, like there it is. If I was looking at like movie wise and like movie theory and thing, I think it would be the kiss of death to his
Yeah,
brother.
I'm about to say
I think,
I think that's the scene too.
yeah, that is when he goes that he's like he has some restraint for his mom,
yeah,
so he doesn't kill his brother. You know, after like at the mom when the mom was gone, he did not last very
uh-huh.
long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
And like,
think I agree with you, James. I think him crossing the line was when he was willing to kill family members. Even
Why
yeah,
did
though
he
whether
kill
they
family?
deserved it or not, I understand
Those
that.
people
But
just
and then him telling Hagen to go away as well.
Mhm.
Like, and honestly, at the very end, when the contrast, this is a good way to talk about it. If you notice in the flashback scene, it's all family, and that's what
Mhm.
the whole Don preached. And then
Yeah,
at the very end, whenever he's sitting there looking out the window while Fredo gets killed, he's alone. He
you're
has
right.
no,
Right.
his
You're
sister
exactly
doesn't like him. His wife has left him. All his brothers are dead.
or he
Every
pushed his
like,
wife away,
or
really. I mean,
well, yeah, but I'm saying
oh,
exactly, yeah. It's just like the Godfather pushed everybody away to where he couldn't be a family man. That's what
you're right. I had never
the
thought about that.
Godfather means. But again,
God.
that's why I don't
that's
think there's a right or
And
wrong.
if you're a godfather and you have no family, what kind of godfather are you?
Exactly. It's like that's kind of well, that's even what they say whenever he when Minicelli, whatever, goes testify, and he's like, or no, Michael, they say, "What's a godfather?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a term of endearment for his family and
Yeah.
friends." Who are you the
Yeah.
godfather of?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Absolutely.
And so that kind of leads to my last thing I want to ask you guys. Well, I guess we'll go to it next. Do you guys agree with it? Like, do you guys agree with Kay leaving and how she handled it?
God.
That's a
I
tough.
mean,
It's tough.
okay, let's look at this objectively.
Um,
You're talking to a mob boss, so and
hello.
you say the most thing that's going to hurt him the
Oh yeah.
most, where basically you are dead to him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So that could go two ways. Either makes you sleep with the fishes,
Oh yeah.
or he lets you go for some reason.
Or like excommunicates you basically.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
the horse's
like
head in the horse's headband. You know,
I
head.
mean, like the dagger in his heart, like
Yeah.
with her to term the pregnancy, like that was just a knife and
Yeah.
twisted it. Like
And see,
that is such a dangerous thing.
initially, I was gonna give him a pass for killing Fredo because I thought initially his action caused him to lose the baby until she says I had the abortion. Then I was like, okay, well, I don't. Fredo's still guilty, but I don't feel like that the murder was as justified as you did something stupid. Your consequence, you killed my child, my unborn child, basically.
I think to Michael, betrayal of the family is like it's like a murder of 1,000 people. This is
Yeah.
something you do not do. You don't go against the family. My grandfather said before he died, "Blood, don't forget blood. Blood's the most important thing. This is
Hmm.
your family. Never forget that. Take care of them." I mean, it's this sense of, and especially in these families, loyalty is everything. Everything.
Yeah.
If you're not loyal, out.
Especially
You
in
know,
that time period too, where they were still only one generation from being Italians and not just Italian Americans. So like
and
they
not.
had to grasp their family
Oh
in
yeah.
their neighborhoods because
Well,
they,
Sinatra talks about his father running a bar that was a an Irish bar. He fought as a boxer in under an Irish name because they were so down upon as Italian Americans. They
wow,
were nothing. You couldn't get jobs. You couldn't get a policeman's job or join the fire department because you were Italian American. You
wow,
were nothing. So, to have that and come above that is really a lot.
that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think she's very
Yeah,
bold for saying that. I mean, I wouldn't have said that. I'd have been like, yeah, we lost it and then we lost it. I mean, I guess, but I
oh,
guess
yeah.
she,
Oopsies.
but she wanted to stick it to him. She wanted to,
She knew that's the only way I'm going to get out of this is
yeah,
if I
that's the
hurt
only
him.
way I'm gonna get a reaction out of him, and she got it. And then, like I said, we talked about earlier about the scene where he shuts the door on her is fantastic. So this is
Mm-mm.
the one I want to spend a little more time on. So to kind of rush through that K question. So sorry about that, but man, do you guys think his father would be proud of the man he became? I want to go to each person. I can start with him too, since I'm the one that wrote the
Yeah.
question. I think he would be ashamed, and I think that
Mm.
I think Vito would actually have him killed probably
But really,
because he's anti-family, and that's the most important part in Vito's life. And even anti-community, doesn't even really do anything for the community anymore. He's not saying you come to me if like think about it. In the first movie, people show up to him, and I know it's his daughter's wedding, but people show up to him and ask him for favors. I know that's the tradition. No one ever comes to Michael in the second one and asks for favors. There's a reason why the lay person or like the florist in the first one who shakes because has to pretend to be a bad guy for the drive-by at the hospital. I honestly think he would not be proud of him because to me that final scene of him sitting in the chair with nobody around him, even
yeah.
Tom, he dismantled Tom too, like Tom Hagen, who's basically his brother, who he calls his brother in the flashback scene.
But is that because of the person that Michael is, or is it because of the times that have made changes on the way that the mob works? I mean, if you're talking about the first of the 20th century, that's a completely different ballgame than that late 50s, early 60s.
Well, I'm
With
pretty sure it's Well, yeah, but this movie takes place, The Godfather 1 takes place after World War II. So that's the late 40s.
You're right. Right.
This takes place in 58. So it's
And doesn't
not a
he talk about
huge.
not that big, yeah, but
So
there's
like
still.
I don't think like I could understand if it's the 20s versus the 50s.
Or is it because there were five families, now there's one? I am the family.
And now there's
I
nobody, now you have no other enemies to fight for. Is that the government?
yeah.
Now, and I just think the scenes where Mike, I just think this, I don't know, because like, and because like even like Vito knows that Sonny's a hothead, he'll never be the
Yeah.
Godfather. Fredo's an idiot, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think he ever would. I don't know. I think he'd be so disappointed in Michael because he sure he may be more powerful than Vito was, but what did it cost him? Everything.
And would Vito know that Sonny was one day going to, have a son that was an elf? I mean, really, who knew? Dear God, that's crazy right there.
Who put syrup on spaghetti? Yeah.
He's a little crazy, but
That that's my thoughts. I truly like. I think he would be disgusted, honestly.
I don't know if he would take a hit out on him, but I think he would be disappointed.
Would he disown him and turn him into what he did Fredo, where he tried to send him to Vegas and get him out of his life?
Maybe, maybe, maybe. You're right.
You go run New
Yeah.
Jersey.
There's an IHOP over here. We want you to go over there.
No, you go run Ohio. You know, it's like
You're in Atlantic City. You don't even get Jersey. You get Atlantic
you
City.
run Skibbity Toilet in Ohio. Okay, that's for all you teens who's listening. Uh,
Oh, God.
James, what do you think? And I'll go to you, Stephen. Last, James, what do you think?
Okay, like you have that thing because like they're kind of different in how they run the empire.
Mm-hmm.
Like like they're the family that won. So it's like they consolidate power. Like I think it might be a little. I think he would be more afraid of what he created.
Mm.
Like there's like something that like gets out of control. Like yeah, this
Is
is not
he?
how you would do things.
Oh,
But
I got a question for you, James. Is this a parallel of Frankenstein,
mm,
where he
yeah,
creates Michael the monster and he can't control him?
Hmm.
no, 100%. Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
playing.
now that I'm
I just yeah.
no
I
no 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 no
just.
no. That's good. Like so, like like he retires. Like in the first movie, he advises him and stuff like that, and then like he gives him advice. He gives him sound advice and like how he does it in the end of the first one. But like honestly, I think he would be like he created something that is ruthlessly efficient. Let's not kid ourselves. In the
Mhm.
mob,
Oh,
you have to be ruthless. Like we're not dancing around on that. But like he is just etched up to such a degree where like you have to deal with it. Like he is dealing with he consolidated the families, he
mhm.
consolidated everything. He's running everything and you have to be kind of a certain way to do it.
Mhm.
Like
The thing
I
into my
I
head
think you
is
would have mixed feelings.
That's a good point.
I would say it's that quote from Die Hard, and Alexander wept for there were no more worlds to conquer. I mean, he's
Mm.
got this place where you're sort of the deal, and other than the government, which is coning on him, people are trying to take shots at him, but he's got 100 men out in the yard and dogs and a big lake and people on boats and what God,
Yeah.
and people literally towers with people with machine guns outside.
It's like being the president of the United States versus the president of Liechtenstein. Like
Right.
Or Lincolnshire, you know.
Or Archduke Franz Ferdinand getting a, it's like, oh, I turned down
yeah.
the wrong street. Now I caught a World War One. Thanks.
Warren the Duke.
Thanks, MapQuest. Um, okay.
What was that? Like, what was? I don't understand. What is?
What's a MapQuest?
Was a map? Did you have like
So
maps back in then, or?
do you guys did you guys like this movie? I'm gonna start with Steven because this is not his cup of tea. So Steven, tell us what your thoughts on the movie. Did you like it overall? Tell us, just give us.
I did. And I thought for a boy theater movie, which it really most pretty much is, the women come across. I mean, Kay comes across as a badass.
Yeah, they're very powerful.
I mean, and don't mess with me. They're not. I mean, they're not exactly the main heroes of the
Right.
story, but um, Kay. I mean, as ruthless as everybody else is. Oh, you think you're ruthless? I'll abort my own child. That's how ruthless I am. okay, I think you won, you know.
Yeah.
But I did. Like I said earlier, I don't know if this movie surpasses the first movie to me. I think just that ending sequence is so
Yeah, I
freaking
agree.
perfect. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're like, oh, whoa. And him denouncing Satan as he's taking out King. Good God.
No, I
There's a
think, I
poetry and
agree.
a brilliance and a just,
I think the
you know,
first one's better too because Marlon Brando. James, what do you think? Do you what do you like this movie? I assume so,
Oh, I
but
love this movie. I've seen this movie more times than I can
you like
count.
one or two better, or three?
I
I
think
guess
I'll
I'll
pick.
give,
I am not saying
or
three.
straight to VHS 3.5.
or
Like
Abbott and Costello
if
be the Godfather. I love that one. That was good.
one I think is better objectively. It's also more culturally parodied. Like Steven was saying, like the end scene when he's in the doing that baptism, like that. One of my favorite
I'm
parodies was
sure
the
The
Modern
Simpsons,
Family
right? Oh,
version.
Modern Family.
No, actually, Modern
Oh yeah,
Family,
I've seen that
where
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
Phil was
right.
like, he told Claire, "Don't ever ask me about my
I
business."
love that. Yeah, that's right. I
Like,
forgot about that. Yeah, and
yeah,
shuts the
like
door.
so. Like, I think I have to go with one, but like,
I
because
agree.
I watched all three of them this week, so like,
That's great, man.
yeah.
Have
I
y'all
think
seen the clip
one,
from
and
Family
I
Guy?
think one to me romanticizes the mafia, and to me that still gets
Uh-huh.
me. I know that it's not right, but that still appeals to me because I come from a very small family. Having the big family, everyone, having the wedding at their house and cooking and like just everyone just having like I don't know, just something about family, man. It just goes a long way. And as someone who lived 10 years away from his family, like not living near them and just recently moved back, like it really does hit you differently.
Mhm.
All right.
You brought up the Family Guy. Have you all seen that clip of Peter admitting that he doesn't like the Godfather
I don't
to Lois? It
know off
it
the top of my head.
insists upon
Yes.
itself, Lois. It insists upon itself, and they have this huge fight about it. It's one of the best movies ever made, Peter. You're an idiot. Like this whole thing. It insists upon
That's
itself.
funny.
Oh, I
Yeah, it's
love it.
been parodied so many times. Okay, did it deserve to win? So just so you guys know, The Godfather Part 2, according to IMDb, has a 9.0. Chinatown is next closest, 8.1. The Conversation, 7.7.
Conversation.
Lenny, 7.5. And The Towering Inferno, 7.0.
Okay, yeah, Tower Inferno.
Do you guys think it deserved to win?
I mean, between Chinatown, Godfather 2, and Lenny, those are three really great movies. Let's just say it. Any other year, if those were alone, they would have swept everything. But
Wasn't this also the year for like didn't or you know what? I just looked it up. We watched Young Frankenstein in 1974. I think this is what
that's
we
what
I
it was.
think this is what it was, yeah. Because
Well,
Blazing Saddles came out this year, so the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I
Mm.
mean, I think that if anything, if Chinatown or Lenny are better movies, I think the fact that Cabaret beat The Godfather it was had a little something to do with why this movie was won because no, this has got to. I mean, you
I
don't
think it's like the Lord of the Rings situation where it didn't win any of the Oscars for the first two, and the third one it wins all 11 that's
you don't
nominated
knock
for.
it out of the park twice back to back and not get somebody to stand up and cheer. For God's sake. So I think it did in that regard. The whole best actor category is somebody was high, somebody got the wrong card. I don't know what the hell happened. You just those four actors must have went, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm not up
yeah.
for
Like,
that,
can we go back and look at? We should go back and watch television. James, what do you think? Who should have won?
Godfather 2.
Yeah.
No question.
I don't think I don't think we even can be like cool and be edgy and be like, oh, it should have been this random B movie. Like, nah, come on, just stop it. Like, I'm a Steve
You're
McQueen
talking.
fan, and I'll pick this all day over the other ones.
Yeah, I can. And I'm the one that likes to pick the off the wall
Yeah,
random movies and bring it up. And I'm like, even this, like, nope,
that's all you need
Godfather
to
2.
know. Like that right there is like, if that don't tell you it deserves to win, I don't know what does.
And think about the fact that Madeline Kahn was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Blazing Saddles in this year. That's quite forward thinking because the Academy never, awards anything to a comedy. So that says
Mm.
something. There were a lot of Talia Shire was up for Best supporting actor, deservedly so, I think.
For the Godfather or
For The Godfather Part 2.
Nice.
Connie Corleone. Doesn't that sound like something you get as a pizza joint? I have a Connie Corleone and a couple of tiramisus.
All right, y'all. James, give us your Duck Award, and then we'll pick the next movie.
All right. The Ducky goes to the people that got shot up in close range because they could not get shot long distance.
What do you mean?
So, like, basically, getting people killed, like, where people die, they all get close up. People that were shooting could get hit from far away.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
like,
the stormtrooper dilemma. Like, they only could kill people close up. So,
or is it Gloria Swanson saying, "I'm ready
shots.
for my close up"?
You're right, hon. You're right.
Yeah.
Like James Bond, he has 7 bullets in a Walter PPK and 1,000 other bullets
No,
around.
wouldn't it be hilarious if you just randomly see Norma Desmond walk out and say, "I'm ready for my close up now," and get shot 30 times? Yeah. I mean, you come to me on the day of that would be awesome.
So my Ducky is close range shooting because they can't do it far range. So that's the participation trophy.
I think the Ducky should just be Francis Ford Coppola. Honestly, let's be honest. Dude's insane.
Yeah,
dude's insane.
He's celebrated enough.
Dude's crazy. Okay. So now we are going to do the wheel.
We're gonna get Broadway all at 1930. I can feel it.
Let me pull up. Let's see.
Broadway wisdom.
Oh crap! So my cookies have been deleted, unfortunately. So I'll spin this wheel, but it may be one we've already had. If it is, I'll just respin it. Yeah, like I usually have these stuff saved, like the wheel where it has this, and I'll show you.
His cookies have been deleted.
Because I had to because I have no room because I have 97 episodes of our podcast on my hard drive. So usually I have them saved here, and for whatever reason they're not there anymore. And I did a complete yeah. So folks, bear with us. This might be one we've already done. If it is, we'll just re-roll it.
Your cookies were deleted during Pride Month. It's so homophobic.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'll show you your cookies later. I got them over here.
Please do.
Oh, here we go.
We are watching.
And
we already done that one. We've already done the Great Ziegfeld, so skip that one.
Let's do it again.
I don't want to see that again.
How dare you, James?
It is Gandhi, 1982 is our next one.
Heaven above. Oh, that horrible man. Oh.
So we'll do. Whatever. I don't know if I care about this one. It's not my cup of tea.
For a whole movie. We give him a whole movie. Good Lord, have mercy.
Is it good though? Is it rated good? It's rated at 8.
Kingsley.
It's rated at 8.10.
Yeah.
Or 8.0. Sorry, not 8.10.
Especially when he hits that guy.
Oh, it is Ben Kingsley. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
He orders the hit on that other guy. It's amazing in Gandhi. It's just amazing.
James, have you seen this? Me neither. Steven, have you seen it or just partially?
No, I've just seen pieces of it, but
This I feel like this is gonna remind me of the same one as what's the one we watched with Lord Voldemort? The one where he it's the desert one where they're lovers and they
yes.
Archaeologists. What's it called? The one that actually the English Patient. It actually did pretty well. It kind of feels like it's that same realm. Similarly, because it's also a biopic or biopic, as the one guy likes to make fun of me for saying.
2 hours, 2 hours too long.
The Last Emperor, it's the same realm where they had so many biopics during that. But 2 hours isn't that bad. That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a good run. We had at least 2 in a row. Let's look at our history and see what our past 3 movies has been.
Oh, just for the record, Gandhi beats, ready for this? Tootsie and E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
I mean, the E.T. part I get, but I don't know about the Tootsie. I've never seen Tootsie.
Well, then you should, because it's brilliant. But
our last 5 films have been pretty decent. So it's Godfather II, The Apartment, which we both liked, and then it was One Battle with Another, which me and James liked, and then it was In the Heat of the Night, which we all 3 liked, and then it was Chariots of Fire, which and then it was The King's Speech, which we all liked. So we have had a decent little run here recently.
One battle.
I'll work on and go through deleting all these again, and saving them, but.
Save your cookies, for God's sake.
I don't know why it's crazy. That's really. I mean, not that it matters. We respin it, but anyway. If you guys have made it this far, please do subscribe. I know we don't like asking you guys to do that, but it really does help. It just helps. It's free. Just like it. If it gives you the option to hype us, please hype us.
Oh,
If you're so inclined, we really do appreciate it. We're trying to get to 100 this year subscribers.
hundo.
Steven will send out nudes. Um,
That our subscriber base will drop like nobody's. Oh my god! I'll put my clothes on if.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much. And next week we will be doing Gandhi. And until next time, this is the Chicago Cinephiles Podcast. Signing out.
Woo-hoo.